3.
Hey, welcome back to Feel the Flow. And today we're going to be discussing She-Hulk, Episode 8, Ribbit or Rip It. So stay tuned. All right, guys, we're back. Yeah, so we're all here.
Yep.
Carlo Francesco here.
Dimitri Key, glad to be back.
And Ethan Key.
Yeah, we are. We're all here.
Yep.
So
She-Hulk, episode 8. What do
let's
you guys think
talk about
it?
this.
Well, we'll go down the line. We'll start with you, Dimitri.
All right. Yeah, I mean, this was a pretty good episode in my opinion. You know, we were talking about it before we started recording. We don't really have too many complaints about it. You know, I know Uncle was saying there's a little bit of corny bits in there, but I think that's just kind of the nature of the show at this point. It's just a little bit corny, but you know, we got to see Daredevil finally. We were all waiting for it, and I don't think they disappointed. She-Hulk, you know, she was actually pretty good in this one. I did not mind her at all. Frogman or Leapfrog, what they're calling it in the show now, you know, he was the butt of the episode, but I enjoyed it, honestly. I didn't have too many problems with this one.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
I agree. I agree 100%. You know, yeah, those couple corny parts in there. You know, I think there was a couple CGI parts I kind of went, "What?" I kind of took a step back on, but
totally.
yeah, I was, you know, in Leapfrog and whatever his name is, I was, he was all right. I think his character was like really lost in that episode. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Not, you know, he just didn't fit to me. He didn't fit, but. Seeing Daredevil back,
that was great.
That was, and they didn't do him wrong. So,
nope.
And I don't want to take up all the time. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I love this episode here. Yeah, Daredevil's back. Finally, we've been waiting for this. I know we've been speculating every week when he's gonna come in, and they saved him for the second to last episode, which, you know, it's okay. I guess you know, save the best for last. And then I love it because even though, yeah, like you said, Frogman or Leapfrog was the butt of the episode, I like it kind of showed that rivalry between Daredevil and Leapfrog. Like they had in the comics and stuff, you know, you have like those classic comic shots, but
definitely.
So, and Daredevil, wow.
Yeah.
We can get on to Daredevil.
Yeah, I mean, the fights, man, the tight quarters, and you know, that's classic Daredevil, man. In the hallway and shit, you know. I loved it.
Definitely. If you like Daredevil, you're going to like him in this show. I don't think you're going to have a problem with him, honestly.
No, I don't think so.
I agree with you there because this is like a mix between the Marvel Comics Daredevil and then the Netflix TV show Daredevil.
Yeah.
He has that like bruteness to him, but then he is also like that agility and more fantastical side of him doing, like you said earlier, flips off of like 3 stories and landing that, and like with his batons, and he's throwing it, it's ricocheting, and it has the retractable wire and all that, you know. It's just, it looks really cool, and it looks like straight out of the comic books.
Yeah. And the ketchup and mustard soup, they throw a little joke in there, but you know, honestly, it looks really good, especially in certain lightings. It looks fine. It looks great.
Yeah.
And like a complaint we've had with this show from the beginning is just like, we wish we had more layer stuff. And I wish this episode encaptured what I wanted the whole She-Hulk series to be. Whether Daredevil was in it or not, I think we had the right blend of Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk, lawyer stuff, and then action hero, like action, you know, like action hero, superhero action is what I have to say. You know?
I get you.
And like, I just think it was the right blend of everything, and then comedy and seriousness as well. You know?
Yeah, the comedy was really good, and Daredevil's comedy was.
Daredevil was cracking jokes.
You know, walking down the street at the end, and
they hook up
after they had their little thing, you know.
Yeah, I love when She-Hulk's like, so what are you supposed to be, the gold devil?
The gold,
And he's like, I'm Daredevil, and then it has this Netflix theme, which is awesome.
Yeah,
that was so.
And she had no clue what he was. She still didn't know who he was.
And I like how it explained how he's out in LA, you know, because usually in Hell's Kitchen in New York. So that was really cool.
Because of the guy who makes all the super suits is from LA, you know. And what's his name again?
Luke Jacobs.
Luke Jacobs. Yeah.
Which actually, is he a character in the comics?
He is a character in the comics.
That's
he
cool.
does make suits for low-level superheroes. So
that's cool. I didn't know that.
It's cool that they threw him in here.
That's good. That's good. That's good to know, you know, because I'm not too familiar with his character. So.
Me either.
Yeah, he's definitely like low level. you know, if you don't read the comics, you might not know too much about him. But you know, I think that's cool about this show though, is like they're putting a lot of characters that you don't really know about in the comics, and they're kind of just bringing them to fruition because there's a lot of characters in Marvel Comics, you know.
Yes,
so
there is.
This type of show was the perfect show to start introducing those low-level street characters, and I think they're balancing it pretty well. You know, it's very comedic, but you know, some of these characters it feels kind of natural for them. You know, because I know Leapfrog. He's not the most serious character in the comics.
he's
you know, he's a goofball. He looks like a goofball. He acts like a goofball. So I think they did him okay in this episode.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you there. Yep, and I wish we got. To your point, he is a goofball. So you know, when he's fighting, he's not the best at hand-to-hand combat.
Definitely
and
not.
I wish we saw maybe just a little bit more of him, like if he was like a little bit serious. And like actually threw some punches there, and not like throw a punch and then fall on his back, and then he's like ribbit and rip it, and then he starts flying away. You know, I love when he's on the ground and he's like toe slam, and he just kicks his guy's like foot and everything. That was hilarious.
He was. Yeah,
that was great. That was good. He was funny. He really it did work. You know, for his character in this episode. She-Hulk. I like She-Hulk this episode. I thought like Carlo said, she was a little wonky. Some parts, the CGI was definitely a little weird. And I think it kind of shows in the editing, especially that first fight with the interaction between Daredevil and She-Hulk. And she throws the car and everything. It just cuts really weird a little bit, in my opinion, and moves a little fast. But I think it's because they're trying to hide some of that CGI a little bit.
Yeah.
So that was the only thing I was like, But like overall, that was great.
I think the relationship between the two characters was done really well. Obviously they've had a little bit of a thing going on in the comics. Carlo was letting me know that they were actually dating in the comics for a short time. So, I think the relationship that they're building between them and the fact that we're going to be seeing them together again at some point in the future.
Yeah, I think so.
That's awesome.
It's really cool.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because we're going to see a lot of Daredevil.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
While we're here, we might as well,
Yep.
Yeah, this episode made me so excited for Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah.
And the fact that that's going to be 18 episodes, I cannot
wait.
wait.
Daredevil's 18 episodes.
Especially, like, they made him, like that more comic book route, and then especially with Kingpin, too. Yeah. And, now we're going to see Daredevil again in Echo, which is coming next year.
Yep.
And then that's coming before the Born Again series, but now that we have, like, a more comic-accurate Kingpin, more, like, comic version of Daredevil, it's just like times are good right now. I think we hit this little dip in Marvel, but I think they're gonna start building back up. I think we're gonna start getting what we want, and not just rush stuff, not just stuff getting thrown at us.
Yeah, the potential is there. It's really there, and I'm excited to see what they got going on. This episode is, definitely showing us what's going to be happening in the last episode. Just to jump to the end real quick, the Intelligentsia, seems like they're making their moves. Let's see what they got going on there.
Yeah, is as rushed as I feel like this final episode may be, I think they did good with what they had for transition into the finale. Yeah, we didn't wait to get the gala and then like the whole show and everything. Like the lawyer, she got the lawyer of the year, and it was all the women. That was pretty messed up too. You think it's just one lawyer getting it, one female lawyer, and then they call everyone up for like. I don't know. I just felt weird in my opinion. Like it's messed up because it's something that would actually happen.
Oh yeah.
And they just kind of like. They make it seem like the men are all powerful, like I don't know. They like definitely like push the women down. I don't feel like that was right,
Yeah, it kind of has that like participation award.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like so. But yeah, to get off that, I think it did very well transitioning into the finale. So that way, when we get there, we can just kind of jump right into it.
Yeah, it leaves you on a good cliffhanger. So most of the episodes so far this season haven't made me feel like I wanted to come back and. As much as I do come back and watch the show, it just never made me feel excited to come back and watch it. But this last episode being left on a cliffhanger, it makes me feel like, okay, now I want to know what's going to happen. I want to see how Jen Walters is going to handle this. Like, what is she going to do? What is the Intelligentsia going to do? What do they have planned, and how is she going to handle that? What characters are going to come back? Is she going to ask Daredevil to come back in this last episode? Are we going to get to see a little bit more of him? I hope so, but, we'll have to see.
Yeah. And I like the nod we got to Red Hulk.
Yeah, they made a little stab at that.
Yeah, actually, again, with this episode, I think this is the best episode so far where the fourth wall breaking has really worked for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think throughout the show it was used kind of as just like it was used like one time throughout the whole show, and it's really just like, oh, you guys are gonna be upset because this is a wedding episode,
Yeah.
or like this is another self-contained episode, and then she wouldn't break the fourth wall, but she broke the fourth wall a lot in this episode, and it really worked, this is how She-Hulk's supposed to be, breaking the fourth wall.
Exactly.
And so I think
I love the anger part. The Hulk
where she
of her.
was like a
she
feral
looked.
She-Hulk,
She looked like a real Hulk at that point.
She
man.
did. That was cool. And that was awesome.
That's kind of what we want to see more of. Like we understand that. Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk, she's not the same as Bruce Banner Hulk. She doesn't get angry as easily. It takes a lot for her to get there, but she still gets there. She still has that anger. She's still a Hulk. We want to see that. I think it's nice that we're finally seeing this character fleshed out in a way where we can really start to get gripped into like every little action that she's doing. Every little step that she makes has a little bit of weight to it now, and it's relieving.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah. What about you, Carl? You got any thoughts?
Oh man, I think we. It was great. Like I said, we got Daredevil, and people out there know we're going to see a lot of Daredevil.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of them too.
Yeah,
not just in Daredevil. I heard he's going to be in several other.
Yeah, well, he's at Echo
projects.
Then the Daredevil series, and then he's going to be in the Spider-Man freshman year series, the animated series, and voiced by Charlie Cox. So he's got a big presence.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
And hopefully he'll be in like Spider-Man 4 or something.
Let's maybe see him in an Avengers movie.
Yeah. Oh man, Daredevil. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. That would be really cool.
What are you guys' thoughts for like next week? Do you have any like theories? Or anything?
Yeah. Let's talk
like,
about that. Yeah.
Now we're down to the finale, and we have still quite a bit to unravel between the whole Hulk King and Intelligentsia group and everything. So, where do you guys think this is going to lead?
I'm not too sure. I want to know who the actual villain is going to be. We see those soldiers at the end aiming the guns at her and everything. It seems like she's going to have to go brawling down with them. It seems like she's going to have a little bit of a fight scene with them, but are they going to have like an actual villain? Because we haven't seen any actual villain yet. Like a main threat, somebody who can be physically imposing for She-Hulk. Is it going to be somebody who is physically imposing, or are they going to do something a little more psychological? Somebody who can mess with her head a little bit more.
Well, that brings my next question. Do you think the leader will have a reveal next week?
I think he might be an end credits scene.
I agree with you.
I feel like he might. They might save him for the end. I don't think they're going to reveal him just yet.
How about you, Uncle?
Okay, I get that. I'm going to agree with that. Yeah. I think they're going to end credit. We're going to sit back. We're going to wait for another season.
I agree.
Of She-Hulk, and they're going to leave it open for us to say, oh, okay, now I'm going to watch it.
Yeah,
because this one was watchable.
It was. Yeah,
I got to say, it was very watchable.
Do you guys think something's up with Todd? The guy who keeps coming back like every other episode, who's like super obsessed with her,
Yeah.
You think maybe he has something to do with the whole intelligence?
Yeah, I think maybe they're trying to throw us off with him. I'm not.
Maybe that's what I was thinking too. Like he's,
right.
like he's like almost like too obvious because like he's been popping
very
up
on the nose.
But then
he's
maybe
buying
he's just
spares
like,
from Wakanda and all
that
this.
was a pretty cool reference too. Like they want it back and everything. So maybe Wakanda.
Because somebody stole it like years.
Like colonizers stole it.
Colonizers back in centuries
Which
ago.
is the same thing that Killmonger said in Black Panther.
That's right.
Yep.
He's like, it was taken by colonizers when he found the vibranium hammer.
That's
the
right.
Thing, so
that
was cool.
Callback.
Yep.
And
they brought back a lot of little things that kind of relate to all these other.
Yeah.
They're not such small heroes. They're actually, you can see how they all kind of like branch off.
Yeah.
Exactly. How they all kind of tie
connect.
into
They're all tied in, and
the MCU.
Yeah. And that's what I've been waiting for. That I've been waiting for that. Still, I was so disgusted with it. I liked the first one, and after that, I was like, "What the hell am I watching?"
I completely agree. The first episode definitely gripped me, and then it seems like it just kind of hit a slow point for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
it's nice. I know the MCU has their thing where the last couple episodes is really where they start jam packing all the big action parts and all the really big like skeptical parts. But it is nice to finally see it start to pick up again. So
it is,
I am happy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, pick up just the end. But, I won't dwell on that too much. We'll just see how the finale goes. I'm really excited to see where it goes, though. And I'm excited for the future and possibly because, while we're just, talking about theories and everything real quick, it's rumored that Harrison Ford maybe recast as Thunderbolt Ross and playing Red Hulk. And then, like I said, they did nod to Red Hulk in this episode.
His old
in
ass.
that fourth wall break.
We'll see how he does.
Was he 90?
Nah, he's pretty old. Yeah.
Jeez.
No hate
God.
to you, Harrison Ford.
No.
but,
Yeah, Harrison, man, I saw you in this movie here like 100,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think he's got another Indiana Jones coming out.
He
too.
does.
Yeah, he's got a
Another
walker with it too.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, he's got a wheelchair van with the lift comes out.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, we'll see how he does, I guess.
Yeah. But I think that pretty much wraps everything up, guys. You know,
Yeah.
This was a great, very enjoyable episode. It did a lot of things very well. Had a couple, little nitpicks here and there, but overall, this was a solid episode. And I just wish we got this the whole the whole season.
Yeah. That's what you wish for, but I mean, honestly, at this
We
point,
can't get everything we want.
You
It's
take what
just-
you can get.
Yep.
We'll see how it goes. Maybe they'll have a season 2. We'll
Yeah,
see where
hopefully.
it leaves off in the last episode. So we'll be there for it.
We will. Feel the flow. We'll be there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, guys, don't forget to like, drop a comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, so you get notified every time we jump on here. We really appreciate all the feedback and everything. If you guys have more, drop it. Let us know what we can do better. Still growing and improving every day here on Feel the Flow. We got a growing cast, and this is awesome. This is
That's
awesome,
right.
guys. So.
Yep.
But on that note, that was it. She-Hulk episode 8, Ribbit and Rip It, and I loved it. And Daredevil was great.
Yes, it was.
So
There it is, guys.
Yeah.
have a good one.